Good morning. It is Monday, March 16th. We are 90 days out from June 14th. Your DTD2 this week. You are calling your T's and your J's, and you are texting your H's. Calling T and J, texting H. If you're using that system, maybe you're not using the system, and it's okay if you're not. You're doing something, I trust, in order to have the conversations that are necessary to nurture all the people that you know and love and trust to the point that when they become transactional, they come back to you because you were always there. Or maybe you're doing something else. I'm not sure. Listen, there's an opportunity to make sure that you're not missing those conversations. It's going to happen to the best of us. You will walk into a backyard barbecue at some point this summer and somebody's going to go, "Oh, Tim." Now, at my advanced age, of course, they're just like, "You're still around." That's the first thing. Right behind that is, "Are you still in real estate?" Now, am I obviously out there marketing myself the way I used to when I was selling? No. That could also be cured by the fact that I could talk to my people more regularly. We're all guilty of it. So if you are currently underwhelmed, great word, underwhelmed by the amount of business that you're experiencing, or you feel like you could use one more deal, then I would invite you to just try this tool. It is built by Steve Schlueter, Maps Coach. There's a great class called Never Ending Referrals, and he built it for his business. And of course, it's part of that class, and it has taken hold. And I think most of the country, I would say if you pulled over 10 Keller Williams agents, God, I would pray that 7.5 of them would know what you were talking about when you said DTD2. They might say it wrong because it is confusing to like DTD2, do the database 2. It sounds like a Star Wars character. Of course it does, because Gary loves Star Wars. I think a lot of Keller agents like Star Wars. We use a lot of Star Wars jargon mixed in with our Kellerisms and our acronyms. But that's one right there, DTD2, do the database 2. Do the 2 in your database for the week to make sure we have 13 weeks every quarter times 2, you get to the 26. Currently, the American alphabet is still at 26. I'm sure it'll change. Somebody's feelings are probably hurt. So let's do that. Let's give that a shot. If you're thinking, I need a better system, there's one right there for you. And if your database, and I love you so many muches, but this is not your database. This is your talking machine. We all have one of these. I haven't met one of you yet that doesn't have one of these. You have a mouth and you have friends. There you go. And if you're looking for a place to start today, start by calling the people that are T's and J's in your phone. Because the challenge is, and here's why this tool works. The challenge is you'd be like chock full of it. And you're like, I'm going to go get it today. And you start making calls today. And you start with A. And then you fall off again. And then in a couple of weeks, you're like, I'm going to get back at it. So your friend, Alexander Abernathy, is so sick of you. I'm joking. He's not. He thinks you're great. He told me the other day. Not that I'm calling him for business. I would never step on your toes. But you know what? If I did call him and he did like me better because you haven't talked to him, it's not my fault. It's not his fault. That would be your fault. So the DTD2 makes tons of sense because it keeps you from just going, I'm going to start over. I'm going to go back to A. You never get through the whole alphabet. So if you're jumping in right now, think of this as like, what is it? Water country over in Portsmouth, right down the street. You sort of get in the tide pool, the lazy river, and it just brings you to the next ride. Just jump in. This is your lead generation lazy river. So jump in right now. We're on T and J. Calling T and J, text your H's. Let that work for you. Just do that. Don't overthink it. You're overthinking it. I promise you are. There's people that would love to hear from you today. That's what that tool is all about. We're heading out of here. We're heading into Fight Club. Fight Club is 9 to noon every day, Monday through Friday. You can jump in, KWFightClub.com, and you have your conversations there. You do your marketing, whatever you're doing to induce more conversations, to build your business, whatever you're doing for lead generation. There are 80,000 shades of lead generation. We talk about that in Business Planning Clinic. There's a whole segment of the Red Book about lead. One of the models is lead generation. Wait a minute. Are you sure, Gary? Yep, he's sure. Yes. That's coming up in a couple of Thursdays. Thursday the 26th, up in Meredith, we'll be doing our Q1 Business Planning Clinic. So if you missed it over the fall, chronologically and emotionally, if you missed it over the fall, you can jump in for the Q1 Business Planning Clinic, Thursday, the 26th, beautiful downtown Meredith. We will be there for the duration of the day. Starts at 9. We'll wrap up around the 4 o'clock hour. No promises. No promises on the time we're going to finish, but based on the size of the class and the amount of the questions, I will get you out into traffic. And it's Meredith. It's not that bad. It's not like the central artery. I'll get you back out into traffic in a timely fashion, and we'll get through the Red Book, and you'll have a better understanding. You can start working now if you didn't work on it over. Because here's the other challenge. Why do we talk about 90 days out? Whatever you're doing today is going to come into fruition on June 14th. So Business Planning Clinic in the fall is important, so you're ready for January 1st. You're doing the activities October 1st for January 1st. So you could join us for that. We'll talk about lead generation there as well. But Fight Club's available to you Monday through Friday. KWFightClub.com. It's just a Zoom room, cameras on, microphones off. Everybody's in there doing their thing. The humans want to do challenging things together, so we created a space to do challenging things together. And you'll see either my screen is up and on, or you might see me with my screen off because I'm having a conversation with somebody in here. All that aside, if you need to reach out, you got a question about, hey, I'm going to make these phone calls. Where should I go? What tool should I use? What script or conversation blueprint should I use? Or you said something the other day, Timmy, can I steal that? Of course you can, because it's not mine. I mean, it's mine because I've taken probably a million different scripts and decided how to Frankenstein them together so I feel comfortable using the words in the appropriate moment. It's all borrowed. We're all standing on the shoulders of giants here at this company. So don't hesitate to reach out during Fight Club if you need some help. KWFightClub.com. That starts at 9 o'clock. We go till 12 o'clock. Then at 12 o'clock, you jump into timsoffice.com. Timsoffice.com. It's the midday protocol. And actually, today's like the 16th protocol. Yesterday was the 15th. But the midday protocol is based off the 15th protocol. And if you are wondering what the 15th protocol is, it is nonsensical as a business owner to review. I mean, you can do it, and people do it all the time. So listen, no judgment. Stay with me on this. When you get to the end of March, and on April 3rd, you're looking at your numbers, and you're like, okay, here's what happened in March. You can't go back and fix that. That's why they have a halftime in most athletic endeavors. They go into the locker room like, we're getting our ass kicked. What do we need to do? You got to slide over there. Next time she does that, punch her in the face, right? You make adjustments. And then you go back out on the field and you either excel or you maintain, like whatever happens in the second half. If you make adjustments, more often than not, there's an improvement on the results. So we call the 15th protocol, which was yesterday, and you were with your family. Maybe you were doing some real estate stuff too. We had a beautiful weekend. The weather was nice. But here we are on the 16th. So let's just call it the 16th protocol this month. So you need to sit today and ask yourself, based on my goals for the year and based on my activities, and let's just chunk it down to the month, because you can chunk it all down, right? I want to do this in 2026. That means this quarter needs to be X. That means this month needs to be Y, and this week needs to be Z. So just look at your month of March. Based on your goal for the year, chunking it down to the desired results for the month of March, as you sit at halftime for the month of March, where do you stand in relationship to your goals? Now, I say this, and people get all worked up, and I can't tell you how to feel. I'm just going to ask you to sit in your feels. I'm sitting with you in your feels. It's okay. Wherever you are currently in relationship to your goals is okay. That's where you are. That is our reality. Let's have a reality-based conversation. Now, let's identify what's holding you back. Think about what's keeping you from getting to your goals. And for a lot of us, inherently, the call's coming from inside the house. Like it's normally something to do with us. No judgment. You and I are the same. This is a challenge for most of us. So now what do you need to do differently today, tomorrow? Tomorrow's going to be a tough one. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. I know you're like, you know what, Timmy? I'm probably not doing anything tomorrow. And if that's the case, cool, then let's adjust for it. You know what your week has in front of you. If tomorrow is a national holiday for you, and I love that, I'm Irish Catholic. Let's go. I'll be here behaving myself if you need me. But if you know you're going to be tuned up tomorrow, then okay, then there's more weight on today. And I don't say weight to pressure you. I say weight to remind you. If we erase it, we must replace it. So now, based on where you are for the month of March in relationship to your goals, calling today March 16th, calling today your midday protocol, what needs to take place this week? What do you need to do to get yourself back on track? Which is very difficult to do. I trust you set lofty goals for 2026. I trust for most of you, I actually pray that most of you are always chasing your goals. I want them to be that big, that hairy, that audacious. Because if you're setting goals for yourself, you're like, I just got to go do a couple things. I'll be done by Wednesday. You're managing expectations for yourself. You're like, okay, I know what I'm capable of. And I'll make sure it's just inside that. No. And do they need to be manageable? Do they need to be attainable? Yes, we talk about this SMART goals, right? Yes, I get that. But our growth is in the discomfort. Our discomfort comes outside the lines of our expectations. So take stock where you are for the month of March. Figure out what needs to happen this week to get yourself back on track. All we need is to make sure that we can see where we're going. It's when we lose sight of our goals. When you lose the buoy in the water in front of you is where you're like, you know what? Drop anchor. We're just going to hang out and drink. We'll swim around the boat a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's your business to run. You can do whatever you choose to do. You're an independent contractor. And I'm never going to be here telling you what to do. I'm here to offer best practices. When we sit together and build your goals, when we have those conversations, when you meet with me for accountability, it is about where you want to go. I just get to be a guide. You are the hero of the story. So if there was a theater full of people watching the movie of your life, what would they be screaming at the screen right now for you to do next? Is the audience watching the film of your life? Are they frustrated? Are they hopeful? Can they see the light at the end of the tunnel? And it's not about you doing it for them. It's about you doing it for you. I want you to be healthy, selfishly healthy for this. When the mask drops in the plane, you put yours on first. We cannot serve others until we are good. So what are you doing to take care of you? And how do you treat this week as an opportunity to right the ship and get back on track, to adjust your trajectory? That's what the 15th protocol is. And today we'll call it the 16th protocol. That's what Fight Club is for. We carve out the morning and we protect it for you. Come protect you and your time and your business and your future with your colleagues. KWFightClub.com, 9 to noon today. Midday protocol happens at 12 o'clock. You're going to swing into timsoffice.com. We're going to talk about the 3 lead indicators, the conversations and interactions that you've had over the weekend, because it's Monday. We usually say in the last 24 hours, but I haven't seen you since Friday. So conversations and interactions, that's our first number. Second number, how many appointments did we set to sit with buyers, sellers, and investors to sign them into our business? And the third one is signed agreements. So what did we say? What did we set? What did we sign? Those are our lead indicators on how our business is doing. That's today at 12 o'clock. It's the midday protocol, timsoffice.com. At 1:30, you've got to ask the broker with the Jason Westcott. What happened over the weekend? Questions you got that maybe you didn't get a chance to hear the answer or didn't get a chance to ask about during contracts on Wednesday. Ask the broker with Jason Westcott, 1:30 this afternoon, kellertv.com. Then at 2:30, the Maggie McDowell, our regional tech trainer, tech your business to the next level. You can register for that conversation right inside the morning news. That's 2:30 today. And then right behind that at 3 o'clock, 25 and 26, with one of the best coaches on the planet. Her name is Tiffany Hampton. She joins us every Monday for the conversation around 25 and 26, which is a tool she put together. She took everything KW, and it's a playbook for you if you're looking for some help with that. You can join Tiff today at 3 o'clock. You can register for that conversation. 25 and 26, that's right inside the morning news. Just click the link to register for that. If there's anything we can do to help, please let us know. It is 603-834-2856. That's where you can track me down via call or text. You can also book my face at meetwithcoach.com. We're just inside Q1. And if you feel like it's starting to get away from you, if you feel like you haven't even gotten started, or maybe you just need to hit a soft reset. I don't know. Maybe it's a hard reset. Your willingness to be brave enough and authentic enough to say that out loud and know that you need to do something different to move forward is part of the pathway forward. So take a deep breath. Worried about only yourself, your future, your business, the opportunity you want to bring home to your loved ones. Nothing else matters. And do what's right for you. If you'd like some help with that conversation, reach out. I'm here for it. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.